Yo, welcome back to the Nerds with Glasses podcast, your number one gaming podcast on YouTube. I'm your host, Knowledge.
And I'm Javi. We're back from
the dead.
We haven't been, unfortunately, we've been very busy. We haven't been able to get together and really
So
do
many
podcasts.
games coming out. So grateful too.
Yeah, work, all the life stuff.
Everything.
Hopefully, we'll be coming back on a somewhat
regular basis.
Maybe not yet, but we are working on getting back to a regular schedule.
Yeah. We're finally, hopefully, gonna bring Javi full time. Well, We'll see. And this might be the last Nerds with Glasses.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Do you wanna go ahead and give them a life update?
Yeah. I'm actually.
Before we get to the news, well, I guess this is news too.
Yeah, I'm getting eye surgery. Not LASIK because I always wanted to make my eyesight better, but actually
Mike is going blind.
Yeah.
Knowledge here is going blind.
I actually got an eye disease called keratoconus or keratoconus.
And I think I know I've heard of it before. It's where your cornea is getting too narrow.
Yeah, it's becoming a cone.
Yeah, which is bad.
And so the doctor told me that I was gonna go blind within 10 years.
That's a lot of time.
And I was like, no, that's the wrong one. Give me the right one. He's like, bro, 10 years, you're not gonna see shit.
Luckily there's more advances in the surgeries, so he's gonna be getting the surgery sometime this month, and hopefully, his eyes come back better.
Yeah, it's supposed to just stop my eyes from coning, but it also most of the time improves vision. So
probably not too much. He might not need glasses anymore.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But it's just a life update. Just letting you guys.
But don't worry, I'll make sure that we'll take off the frames. We'll take out the glass. We need to buy you some with frames now.
Yeah.
You can't have like.
I'll get my old friends. They're kind of like yours, like just the black.
Oh, no, you can't get these.
All right. Anyways,
you can't get these, Mike.
I had them before you.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so there's big stuff that we wanted to talk about, but this is like a couple weeks ago.
Kind of old news, but we wanted to talk about it because
we
missed out.
Yeah.
We were trying to get a day where we could do it, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
But this is probably the biggest news for us that we actually care about, besides other games that are stuff that
have been coming out.
Yeah. But
anyways, Rockstar finally let us know Red Dead Redemption is coming out. Red Dead Redemption is coming out next year. I think in the winter. I forgot. I think they said.
I'm expecting a pushback.
You think so?
I don't know.
I don't think.
I've been disappointed so much the last couple of years that I won't even be mad if it gets pushed back.
No, yeah, it's just something that you expect from the companies now. But I actually don't think they're gonna push it back because they're not the type of company who does they just really they're ready. I think they've been working on this for years.
Look, unfortunately, granted they started off really subtly, as subtle as you can be for something like that. Everyone knew immediately.
Yeah.
They changed everything to red,
They changed all their Twitter logos, their
headers,
their
it was
website
just
stuff.
a little new work too,
Yeah. Oh no.
But and then they came
10
out.
people would have been happy.
I heard it was a good game, but then they came out with the poster with the 7, like the 7 cowboys, 7 outlaws, whatever they are.
The Magnificent 7.
Yes.
Obviously, it was Red Dead. Everybody knew it was Red Dead, and then they announced a trailer release date, and then it came out. The trailer sucked, but it doesn't matter.
It's just the environment.
Yeah, it was a teaser.
It was like what would you call it? Showing you their engine pretty much. That they're gonna be using.
Don't get me wrong, it was nice. It looked good.
Yeah, but not what we wanted.
Yeah, everybody was kind of expecting just a teaser trailer in the sense of you get to see parts of the story, but it's fine. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't matter. I think this is actually the right way to do it. Just kind of ease people into it, let people know it's coming, and it looked great. I think it's gonna be a massive hit. It will be, obviously. There's no question it will be.
Like I said, I'm not a huge GTA fan, but every GTA has been very well received that's come out. And they've had they've had 5 titled ones, and then how many in total? 7?
Maybe 8. Because they've had the Liberty City stories, Vice City stories, San Andreas.
Right.
So they've had 8, and then plus
handheld.
Like Chinatown Wars.
Yeah. So and they've done pretty well. So
really well.
Sorry, really well. Yeah,
Extremely
you're right.
well.
You're right. Can't undersell that.
Yeah.
And Red Dead Redemption, easily my favorite of their games. One of my favorite games of all time. And I mean, which was weird because it's just GTA being
in the Wild West.
But something about that atmosphere.
I just think it's just a setting, and they perfectly captured the Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't think there's any other game that even comes close to it. To be honest, I guess the question is going to be about this game. Is the multiplayer going to be? Because the multiplayer was good in the first one.
It was very similar to how GTA play kind of works, but because there isn't like this big city and stuff to do, it's like more outlaw, and it felt more not. You could get immersed in it more.
Yeah.
And with especially like you can take over I forgot what they called it, but you had a posse and you went around like.
But it didn't have a long lifespan. I feel like, but maybe I don't think they put.
Probably people still play it probably, but yeah, I guess what you.
I mean, yeah,
but they don't play it like they play GTA.
Yeah, not like GTA 5, and not even like GTA 4. When it came out for the PC, it had a big following. I think this time around they've seen how successful, because GTA 5 Online is massively successful.
As much as I like the Red Dead, I think it all has to do with what you can do in the environment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's the other part of it. I wonder what the setting is going to be, because remember there were because if you haven't played the game, it is in the Wild West, but it's in the late era of the Wild. It's in the early 1900s. It's not like 1860.
I didn't look up anything on the story, but is it?
Yeah, no, I don't. They haven't really come out. As far as I know, they haven't.
Because I remember I read some. I thought I read something that said it was like before.
Okay, so it's a pre. You think it's a prequel?
Yeah, because I was just reading like people's like articles that who these people can be. Some people were saying that it could be the guy from the first the Red Dead Revolver.
Okay.
And then but also like I don't know. So I haven't looked up where it is, but I really want to see a trailer.
I haven't read any of that. So yeah. I didn't think they came out with that information.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's just people looking at the picture.
God. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
So this is on Reddit. Like,
well, yeah.
Well, obviously they can come up with stuff. So yeah, so we don't know if it's Marston. I think it was John Marston.
Right.
Or it could be the guy from Red Dead Revolver.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if it's a prequel, because, well, spoiler. Skip 5 seconds ahead.
Wait, yeah, like, well, spoiler right now.
John Marston is dead. He died.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're back. Yeah, so it would be kind of weird for that. I mean, to be have him in general. I mean, it could be
his son, because you played as his son, and if you continued on.
Right.
So, because I think that'd be cool too, just because I would like that mix of the Wild West, and I would have liked it if they had more kind of in the city, old time city, early, not old time, but early 20th century city aspect to it. That'd be kind of cool to have both. I think maybe that's how they'll go with it, instead of just going a lot, maybe like 80% Wild West. Which
I don't know, something about just traveling the open field was good on your horse.
Yeah, I mean it definitely was. That's what added to the atmosphere of it. But definitely excited. I think it's gonna be a massive hit,
and I hope they do something like Undead Nightmare again.
I'm sure they will. Well, who knows? You know what? That's the one thing that online has killed, is no story DLC for GTA 5, and because they don't need to do it, and the only reason they did it for GTA 4, from what I heard, is because they made this whole engine, and they spent millions and millions of dollars to do it, so this was a way to kind of make more money off of it. I think that if they lean heavily toward the online aspect, you're not going to see.
Well, also hopefully they not too much, because then you know what happens when games try too much to the online. The story suffers.
No, they can't do it. They know how to make. I have faith in Rockstar. They know how to make games.
Well, like I said, this is the one series from them that I really like. So like, I'm a little bit more skeptical than you are.
How dare you? How dare you? By the way, GTA 4 is overrated. Okay, next next topic, and we're gonna be on this for a while.
Yeah, this is the Nintendo section of the podcast. We've done these before.
Every prediction that we've made about this has come true. I'm proud of you, Javi. I'm proud of you. The Nintendo next console is
the NX.
The NX, now known as the Nintendo Switch, has been announced. We saw a full trailer on it showing a bunch of features.
Yeah, and then that's it.
And that's all we saw. And we saw little hints here and there.
And none of the people that had the fucking Switch got robbed, which took me out. Like, one of them had to be, like, they should have just shown one person get robbed and that's it.
Yeah, just real life.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know if you've seen the new Pokemon trailer,
Uh-huh.
but there's like, because I guess it's based in Hawaii, so it's this kid. You saw the first one where the kid is like,
Yeah, I
coming
saw
in.
that one.
So I guess him and his friends are going to their base, which is like out in the wilderness. And no, there's some bigger kids older than them. They've taken over the base. And they have their 3DSs, you know? And then the kids pull out their 3DSs. And then he takes it from the kid and I was like, oh, okay. He steals it from him. But no, he's like, oh, yeah, Pokemon, it's bad. I'm like, that would never.
That's not. He would have maybe at the best he would have taken the 3DS and hit him with it.
Yeah,
like,
but they battled for the spot pretty much. I was like, come on, Nintendo.
That's awesome. Though.
Yeah, I mean it is, but at the same time I was like.
So yeah, the Nintendo Switch. So let's break down. What are your coolest takeaways from it? What made you excited about it? What were the features that you thought were good?
Some of the games, obviously seeing Skyrim, hopeful that we'll not necessarily, because I love Skyrim, but not necessarily just for Skyrim, because that's like, you know, how many years old.
Yeah.
But hopeful for a lot of main AAA third-party games.
I mean, Skyrim Remastered can pretty much be a next-gen game anyway.
Right,
so.
But is it Skyrim Remastered? Is it, you know, like...
I'm sure. No, it
it
looked good. They wouldn't put it in there to put Skyrim 2009.
Right, yeah.
Like, you know.
But which is it's really awesome to see it there, but I'm already getting it for Xbox.
True.
You know? Granted, the big thing obviously is...
You're the type of person that rebuy games. I'm the type of person to do that too. Like, I bought Ocarina of Time like 10 times.
Yeah.
So I would imagine if you really wanted to play, you would.
Exactly. But like the main thing about this, it's portable.
Uh-huh.
You could take it off in space.
Exactly.
Which really did seem exciting at first, but at the same time, it's like, okay, how long does it like the first things that pop into my head? How long is battery life? How often am I gonna have to worry about getting robbed? You know, does the controller feel okay?
Because we don't live in
I mean, anywhere. You know, not just like unless you're like in a gated community and that's the only place you'll ever be.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but especially where you live, it's like I wouldn't walk out. I'm not walking out the fucking.
Exactly.
Door
so how big is the battery life? What's the difference in quality off the base? Is the quality overall suffering from the fact that it has that ability to come
You know what? At least from the trailer, I mean, obviously it's just a trailer, so you can't really say that. But when they take it off, you didn't see any visible difference or anything. It seemed like it was just screen because it's already on there, and then they take it off, so it looks like I think they would go for. It looks the same on both.
Hopefully.
You know, and plus because it's a smaller screen, they can get away with some because it condenses it. You know, so
so it might still look crisp.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. I'm just worried that and it's really just one of those things that we were kind of expecting it, but at the same time we're like, they can't really do that. But it's Nintendo, of course they're gonna do it.
Of course they're gonna do
it.
That.
The thing that I did like at the same time that I didn't like was the fact that you could take off the sides and play two controllers. I didn't like it at first, but I was like, you know what, that's actually pretty cool.
I mean, it's cool, but to me it's a novelty. It's
exactly.
It looks so awkward to
right. But imagine just being like, on a plane ride and you have your friend, like if you happen to be sitting next to them, just like boom, just play. You don't have to be playing like fucking Mario, like a good looking game. It could be whatever nice little co-op game, Like imagine Metal Slug or some shit.
No, I get you. I see. Like I for little kids, it seems real good because they have small hands anyway.
Which honestly, that shit does not look good for little kids. Like overall, like I mean, it looks like it's good for little kids, but at the same time,
it looks like it's good for little kids for like 20 minutes
and then
until they. Yeah. So I see my niece and nephew that they would have a blast playing that, but like the split screen, I was like, come on, with that little ass screen. Then again. I'm having eye surgery, so maybe.
The only split screen we really did see, though, that I saw kind of clearly was the NBA, which it's not really split screen; it's one screen.
Yeah.
But you're right. For split screen, how is that going to look?
Little nuggets of games they threw in there. There was a 3D Mario game.
Yeah.
granted, I don't keep up with all the Mario games anymore unless it's like Galaxy, So, but maybe it's Galaxy 3 or some new.
Maybe, I don't know.
It wasn't a 2D one; it was a 3D Mario.
Right.
So they might be hinting at that release. Like you said, NBA 2K was big.
It's kind of surprising.
It's good because it's an indicator that they're going for the third-party support.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's those. I was just like, why choose that game? Out of all the third-party games. But I'm sure that's one of the. I guess maybe one of the easier ones that they
port over.
Yeah, that they were able to do. Not that it was easy. It's just the one that they happened to do.
Did they have them on the Wii U or no? I remember they used to have FIFA on the Wii, but I don't remember.
I mean, we bought I think Smash, and that's it.
Like Smash.
I mean, we bought other games for that.
Yeah. The other big thing is they had like a little esports section.
Yeah, which was really weird.
It was weird.
I mean, not the actual thing that looked like a typical esports thing, but the fact that Nintendo would be like pushing it.
Yeah, I mean, they put it in there for a reason, or maybe they just put it in there to because their whole thing is that they just want they want the broadest audience possible. I think that it's great. It looks really good, and I think that both hardcore gamers and casual gamers can like it. Which was when we first heard about it, our concern was like, okay, this is just for casual gamers. But if they bring the games, if they bring the third-party support,
if they have even just like one or two Splatoon tournaments, wow, amazing.
There you go. So I mean, maybe they are. To me,
because they have been showing support for Smash 4.
Yeah, no, and that's what obsessed me. For us especially, just because we love him more so than me, but love competitive Smash. And I think that it would have been such a beautiful thing because they've had such an animosity toward the Smash community.
Well, specifically the melee.
Yeah, and they've actually talked down about them. And these are the most dedicated fans of the game. And I just thought it would have been such a beautiful thing for them to have it in there. And not only that, to have some of the best esports, competitive players from Smash.
the top 5.
Yeah, if they would have had the 5 gods of Smash, as they call it, that would have been excellent. But unfortunately, they had fucking Splatoon. Fine, but,
I didn't even know that was, I've never played. I have played it. But I mean,
my nephew plays online, and he destroys.
Dominates.
And he dominates. He slaps everybody around, and he's 5 years old. Come on now, no way, man. So yeah,
just watch.
I was a little disappointed by that, but I think that they
but it is one of their big games. I think I was very surprised how well that game did.
Yeah, no, it's a fun game.
Yeah, exactly.
I enjoy it. I mean, I play it sometimes. It's not bad.
Yeah. It's just when I first heard about it, I was just like, okay. But it took off. It's done well. People really enjoy it.
Yeah. We know that Zelda's coming on launch. So
of course.
I don't know if Zelda is a system seller anymore.
I mean, did you see the trailer for Zelda? I think.
I think it's a system seller for the 2 million fans that are gonna buy the Nintendo Switch anyway. I don't know.
You don't think it's gonna bring new people in?
No.
None of the Xbox and PlayStation.
I don't think that any of their AAA games will bring anybody new in. I think that their pathway is to get third-party support and then
get an exclusive.
And then, well, not even. I think that their first-party games can get new fans, but nobody's gonna come just for them anymore. I think that you got to bring them in by.
I see what you mean. So if they have support, even if they don't end up buying that game for the system, as long as they know the support for that game is there.
I think people are gonna buy it because it's cool. It's a novelty. They'll buy it because they can play Skyrim on the road or whatever. And now they're like, you know what? Let me buy. I never played Mario Galaxy, whatever.
Or whatever it's gonna be.
Whatever it's gonna be, and then you can gain new fans that way. But I just think the brand has taken such a hammering.
I mean, let's just talk about how badly they dropped the Wii U.
Yeah, now we can really look back because this takes us to a different story which was said to be false. But so there was a story 4 days ago saying that Nintendo was ending the Wii U production.
Right, and people thought it was true because they didn't have a comment on it.
Yeah, they wouldn't comment on it.
Since then they have, and they are, as far as we know.
Okay, So, but the original story said that they were gonna stop production on November 4th. Nintendo didn't comment on it, so people were like, "It must be true." 2 days later, Nintendo commented on it and said, "It's not true. We're not stopping production on November 4th."
Right.
You hear it? They're not stopping production on November 4th.
I don't think it's gonna be super soon. Yeah. I do think they're gonna stop production soon. Yeah. Maybe when the Switch is released, but not
Mark my words. There will not be one Wii U made after March of next year.
Yeah, no, of course.
There's not.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah, they already got millions in the backstock. They're not gonna.
Yeah.
If anything, what they need to do is drop the price to like $100.
That's embarrassing.
Yeah, like do it for the holiday.
You know,
like,
the 3DS is $200, right?
It's one of the biggest massive failures that
I know.
Do it for the holidays. Let the little kids get them. Let them fall in love with all the games, so that when the Switch comes, the kids are gonna want that too.
And speaking of just, so I wanted to talk about the name real fast.
Yeah.
Because they love making these names to apply to something.
We predicted it.
I mean, it's cool and everything. Like the whole Wii would like to play, you know. Yeah. And then now the Switch, and it's like you know, it's. I don't mind this name compared to when they changed the Nintendo Revolution to the Wii.
Yeah.
But I thought the NX was fine.
The NX was really good. So they still have those in
Nintendo Extreme, you know, that's the only thing that went through my mind when I.
Dude, yeah, NX and Revolution were probably their two best names, and
besides the GameCube.
Yeah, and they threw them away. Fine, but yeah, like you said, I think the Switch is fine. I really like their logo; it makes sense.
Did you see the controller too? They also changed it because you know the Pro controller from the Wii U is
double sticks like up. Now it's like the Xbox.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, we can put a picture up, but it looks like kind of like a mix of the NES, the Super Nintendo one, and an Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Because it's wide like an NES, the SNES controller, but it also looks like it has like the Xbox
contours
and the opposite sticks, which is the best thing ever. For some reason.
I don't understand the PlayStation double
and the same spot.
I can't.
I'm telling you, Cronus Max.
Cronus Max, yeah. Cronus Max.
That's the only way to play. That's the only way I can play with PlayStation now.
So yeah, what's gonna happen to the Wii U? It's done. That's it. It's done. For one, they haven't made. What's the last like new Star Fox? Maybe like a couple months ago.
What do you mean, like first party game?
Yeah.
Oh. You know what? Maybe we should look it up.
They haven't done any. I'm telling you, they haven't done any. There hasn't been anything new. So the Wii U is dead in the water. This is shady too.
Well, I mean, Legend of Zelda is going to be on both.
That's true.
But yeah.
But this is such shady business. We always forgive Nintendo for stuff like this. We always call out Microsoft and Sony when they do stuff like this. And I always say, because this is from my experience, this is from me, somebody who I was waiting for Twilight Princess on the GameCube. It got delayed. Back then I was a teenager. It got delayed, I don't know, 3 times. And that's fine. I don't mind if they delay it as long as the game's good.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, it's going to come out on the GameCube. It's going to come out on the GameCube. And then like the Wii gets announced. And it's like, no, it's still coming out on the GameCube.
It's coming on both.
Yeah. And then finally they're like, well, it's going to come out. And not only that, it came out on the Wii first.
Of course. I mean, honestly, why wouldn't they bring it on?
Exactly.
I mean
that's smart business.
Smart business, stupid shady customers.
Yeah, shady business. I haven't seen an uproar from Nintendo fans about it.
Because it's Zelda.
Because it's Zelda.
No, I'm sorry. It's because of the Nintendo fan.
Yeah, I mean,
just wave that new Zelda in their face, and you know. I mean, you know it's true.
Honestly, well, I don't really care anymore because I'm gonna buy the Switch anyway.
Yeah.
But my point is, don't forget that. Like, just whenever they do shit like this, you gotta call them out on it, and it's fucked up because everybody who bought a Wii U was screwed over because they didn't get a first-party Zelda game, and that's kind of a unsaid prerequisite when you buy a Nintendo console is that you're gonna get a Mario and you're gonna get a Zelda. You didn't even get a Mario. You didn't get like a 3D Mario.
Really?
Yeah, you didn't get. They had Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Wii, so you didn't even get a Mario.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I didn't have enough time.
You didn't get a Metroid. You know.
I mean, granted, they just been dropping the ball on Metroid.
Metroid Prime was
No, like as in they don't. I don't think they know what to do anymore with it.
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime was great. Just take that same concept to the next level, make it bigger and better. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
You don't have to revolutionize the.
But they want to.
You know, but yeah, and that's the thing about Nintendo, which I respect, but I also think that. You know, like this whole yearly formula thing about Assassin's Creed. You get a new Assassin's Creed every year. You get a new Call of Duty every year. And that bores people out and they play out the formula. Nintendo rarely does like a second or third game with that same engine. They always rebuild the game from scratch.
They milk the shit out of their IP, but not the game necessarily. You know
yeah, like for example, everybody was shocked when Majora's Mask was announced because they're like, what the? Like it was only 2 years after Ocarina of Time came out, and they used the exact same engine to create a new game. And to me, it's like they need to do that a little more. Same thing with Mario Galaxy. They did 1 and 2, basically the same engine. I think fans, if you just do it maybe twice or 3 times and then rebuild the engine again, that's good. But I think they can just do that, and that way they can have a faster flow of games.
You know, one of the things I just thought of it now. I'm curious if they're completely. Do you think they're completely dropping motion control? Because I didn't see.
Yeah, I didn't see any that type of stuff. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think Nintendo is one of those that's too proud to do it. I think it's kind of like the PS4 where it still has the 6-axis
garbage on PS4.
Yeah, I mean like none of the companies put used to it. So, but it's there. I think
it's good for like little things like the camera, look at you.
Yeah, I think if anything, they'll have it, especially because it's a tablet, so you can probably do more with it.
That's the other thing. I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, look, a tablet by Nintendo."
Yeah.
Which I honestly was kind of scared at first when I saw it because they seem like they're really going into the mobile market.
Yeah.
I mean, Pokemon Go is a little bit died down now, but their stock went up like how much, and then it went up again when the Switch was announced.
Yeah, and now they announced the Mario Run.
The Mario Run, yeah.
Who knows how big that'll be?
Yeah, but so far, I'm excited for it.
The Wii U is dead.
The Wii U is basically dead, and I mean, it almost seems. I mean, they're not completely banking on their handheld, but obviously the Nintendo 3DS has been doing so well, which is also very weird that they're doing the Switch this way because, you know, I mean, I don't think it's gonna hurt it, but it could hurt the 3DS.
They're competing with themselves.
Yeah, because I mean, who else is competing with the 3DS?
No one, and no one ever will.
PS what is it? Like what was that? You know,
the PS Vita.
I'm sure it's good, but it's not where the 3DS is at.
It's embarrassing.
When the PSP was out,
yeah, somewhat,
but like
not even that.
Yeah, but still, it was more in contention.
Yeah,
it was in the conversation.
Yeah, exactly. The PS Vita. You know what? By all accounts, the PS Vita looks like a really good handheld too, but they just didn't have the games, or they didn't find the market for it.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah,
I guess here's the next question. Yeah, will the 3DS fade, or are they working on their next handheld?
And I honestly, I don't think that the 3DS will fade. I mean, they have Pokemon. They have so many games themselves. You know, they have a bunch of what's it called? They get Zelda, they get Mario, they get their own stuff. You know, they get their own stuff pretty much.
They do,
which is good. I mean, I'm worried about if the Nintendo Switch, is gonna have backwards compatibility because we don't know it's gonna have some kind of backwards compatibility.
Yeah, I think we read that.
Not physical media.
Not physical media, and particularly because this is gonna run off cartridges.
Which we didn't even mention. That's amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that's way better. It's gonna have the load times and everything are gonna be.
Are they?
They should be.
Okay.
Cartridges make it really fast, and I think they're 32 gigabyte cartridges.
Okay.
Which is a good amount.
I'm just happy. I don't know.
Happy, just considering that most keys on the Xbox One, PS4 are probably like 50 gigabytes. I mean, 32 is a good amount of size to get a good game, a good Nintendo game on there. So good.
Now I wonder if they'll make them bigger for bigger games. You know? Like I wonder how much.
Yeah, they'll probably have like a 64 gigabyte one, or I'm sure they could do that.
I don't know. Shit, we don't know.
Or they might have something where it has built-in memory on the tablet that.
Yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be. I mean, how many games do you have to download anyways.
Yeah.
And they're still slow as shit.
Yeah, yeah. I think that they might have something where like it installs the maps and textures, and then when you put the cartridge in,
which can we stop? Can we just have it all on the disc? I mean, I guess that would make it even slower.
It would.
But can you at least like I don't know,
get a better technology with this so that I don't have to install every game.
I have no more. I have to. Yeah, exactly. I have to
keep
delete
erasing everything. It doesn't make any sense.
Granted, most of my games are like not that big, but still. Which actually sucks is when I do have a big game, I have to delete like a whole library.
Yeah, I have like 5 games and they're all 50 gigabytes.
Exactly. I have like 30 games, you know, like but they're small, like indie games, and it's like, well, I have to delete my entire indie library
and then download them the next day. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think that. I personally don't think the 3DS will fade.
But I think it will have some kind of impact towards it, because I mean, I don't think this will be going out that much. The Switch. You won't be taking it out that much.
Yeah, what I see it as more is like in the commercial they show people in the park.
No.
Or what I see it as is you're taking a family road trip.
Yes.
And you have something to play in the car. That's what I see.
Gonna be able to play movies. Like, you can buy movies. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome. I don't know.
Because I know obviously you can't do Blu-ray.
Oh, so about the backwards compatibility, we forgot to say the backwards compatibility was. It's going to be cartridges, so there's not going to be any backwards compatibility as far as being able to put your Wii U game in there.
And I'm assuming peripherals as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully the fucking, what's it called? The GameCube adapter, that should better work.
It better work.
I mean...
After how much I paid for it, it better work.
How much did you pay for it?
I think it was like 60, 70.
What the?
Oh no, because I bought it with Smash. So it was a package.
It was because I was saying
it was like $80.
$30. Or just that.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking because I bought it with Smash.
I was about to say, okay, but yeah, anyways, but like, because I mean, what else do you use it for besides Smash?
Well, it came with the controller too, so it was like $100.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it was like $30 for both.
Yeah.
Or maybe a little more, but whatever. But I mean, that would be a perfect controller to be able to connect. Granted, it's not wireless, but I don't need it to be wireless. It's a GameCube controller.
I just wish they made it compatible with all games. You know, instead of
seriously,
just Smash, just make it compatible with all the games.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously wouldn't use it for shooters because of the grooves, but
yeah. So no backwards compatibility as far as disco, but they did say they kind of hinted that their
virtual console.
Yeah,
like you'll be able to log into your. If you don't have Nintendo, maybe because you don't have a Wii U or a 3DS, you have similar to your Xbox Live account, Nintendo ID.
Yeah.
And you know a lot of your games, if I'm not mistaken, they go there.
They should be attached to your ID.
I wonder if you'll be able to have it on both though. That's gonna suck. You can't. You should be able to.
I don't know. You know what? Because I remember they did the same thing for the Wii, and I never transferred my stuff over from the Wii to the Wii U. And I think it was like a one-time, like you transfer them, like
which I think is stupid. So hopefully they don't. I mean, maybe that's what they're gonna do again, but they need to do it like the Xbox and PlayStation did.
It'd be better, exactly.
Because for the 3DS, it's kind of a pain because you have to like transfer everything, put it on an SD. I mean, but it's handheld. You know, what can you do?
Yeah. So here's what we need from the Nintendo Switch.
The NX.
The NX. Their online infrastructure.
Oh, we didn't even call. Oh my god, that better be good.
Their online infrastructure. That's it. No more bullshitting. No more like just text chatting. Oh, good game or whatever.
I want to say get good.
Yeah, like just put parental. If you don't want your kids talking online, put the parental restrictions so that they can't hear other people talking or whatever.
Which I mean, kind of sucks. Like for a game like Splatoon, communication is good, you know.
Yeah, but I mean, I get it. If you don't want your kids exposed to it, fine. Put the parental controls on it. That's all you need to do. Their infrastructure improved on the Wii U, but it's nowhere, not even in the same league, not even in the same city as the Xbox Live or PlayStation Network.
It's still in like the fucking.
It's like an MS-DOS. Like it's not even. It's embarrassing how bad it is.
Pretty much perfected it.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more to be able to do, but I mean, all we need is like more ability to do dedicated server stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
because for what they have, it's good. Like it's, but obviously, I mean, then you have PC, which is on a whole.
Maybe that's the last frontier.
Yeah, that's the last frontier as far as we know. Yeah.
Have their own servers. You know, you can go in and play custom matches anywhere or
Yeah.
whatever you want to do. That would be
Be
great.
able to mod like without being banned.
Yeah, no, I don't see that coming in.
No, I don't see it coming, but that's how far
That's how good it
yeah,
can get. That's how good it can get. So yeah, that's what they need to do. The game lineup
seems promising.
Seems promising, but this is what they need for it to be a success. Zelda's already there. They need to have a Mario. This is launch. I'm talking about.
Are you talking? Okay, launch.
This is launch, and this needs, or within that quarter,
Mm-hmm.
it needs to be Mario for sure. No more bullshit. Mario Galaxy 3 or build your new one. Something tells me that they've been working on it for 2 years. That's what I think. They need to have a remastered, maybe like 3 or 4. They need to have Mario Kart remastered with all the
Double
DLC. That'd be even better.
Yeah, but we're not gonna do that.
They need all the Wii U remastered ones, or ports, whatever. They're ports. Mario Kart, Smash Brothers with all DLC.
For the same price.
Bayonetta 2.
Oh yeah.
They can with the Bayonetta 1. Thank you.
No, thank you. Better be in there.
Yeah. They've done really good with their DLCs, by the way. They've done really good with their DLCs. I'm talking about Nintendo.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
like Bayonetta.
No, because I'm just saying like the Mario Kart had a bunch of free DLCs, remember, and they were all good.
Yeah.
Remember, Hyrule Warriors had a bunch of DLCs.
Plus paid DLC.
Yeah, but still, they were good. They added extra story, so they've done good with their DLCs. So they have these packages. I think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like your 7 must
for just first party.
Yeah, first party.
And I know they're probably not gonna have that many third like AAA party games that like launch like Bethesda or anyone like that. But they need to get Final Fantasy 15 somehow. I'm sorry, maybe not Final. That might be a little bit too late.
I think
they need Final Fantasy 7 remastered.
They do.
I don't think they're gonna get it, but they need it.
We'll see what Square. Because
was Square one of the people that was in their thing?
I didn't notice it. What I do know is that Ubisoft has always been a big supporter of Nintendo. They're one of the only ones who actually gave them third-party support for the Wii U.
Yeah, because they had the fucking Raven Ravage or whatever.
Yeah. And they had God, what was it? Did they have Watch Dogs? I think they had Watch Dogs on the Wii U.
Oh, I think they might have the first one.
Yeah, they did. And
they're probably gonna have Watch Dogs too.
Yeah, I know that the Ubisoft people love Nintendo, so I think they can count on Ubisoft to come.
Bethesda is promising.
Yeah, and Bethesda is one in particular because I remember seeing an interview. I remember seeing an interview maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. It was one of the developers at Bethesda, and they were asking him about how come Bethesda doesn't do anything for the Wii U, and he said it straight out. Like, and I was happy that he wasn't afraid to say it, but he was like, I really I just don't like the way they do business. They developed this new console, and then a couple weeks before it comes out, they come to tell us like, oh, can you develop games for our for our system?
Yeah. So so they have Square.
Okay.
Square Enix. They have EA, Capcom.
So they got all the big players.
Atlas, I already said Bethesda, THQ, From Software, is that?
That's Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and
Telltale, Epic Games,
It looks like they have everybody.
Yeah, they have at least a lot of them from what we can see.
Well, and because this console is stronger than the Xbox One and PS4.
Supposedly, yes.
So, I mean, for them, as far as hardware, they don't have to. They can just port over all their games.
If they wanted to, yeah.
If they wanted to, they can just port over all their games.
Yeah.
And especially the way the console generation is working out with the PS4 Pro and the Scorpion, they can still develop for all three, and they don't, because those new ones are just going to be upgraded versions. So
I'm sure there's going to be some that are much
exclusive.
Yeah.
Yes, but not many.
Yeah,
but not many.
They shouldn't have, because that was
okay. So that's good news. So if they're gonna have third party support, because they did something really good with the Wii U in the beginning, and they stopped doing it. Which is, remember they had like the Arkham City Armored Edition. They had like the Mass Effect 3 Special Edition. They had like the best version of those games because they had already been out for like a year, and then they had like all the DLCs.
Yeah, they definitely need to do that.
So if they do that plus those 6 or 7 exclusives, smash it.
Yeah.
Unquestioned, smash it.
HD done.
Just give over your money.
But yeah, so besides all this, I think the biggest thing we can kind of like be very happy about is going to be the first handheld where we can play a major AAA
title, yeah,
anywhere.
That has never happened before. You're right, and that's like.
I mean, there's been people that made their own portables, like
Yeah. No.
Like, let me have this generator in my backpack,
This that car battery.
And I'm sure there's even more portable versions that people have made, but this is one from the company itself.
Yeah.
It's official, and like we saw the person playing. I think they played Skyrim off the thing,
Because and for people who actually did buy the Wii U, I think most of them will tell you, for me in particular too, playing like when you're just gonna go to bed, you're like, you know what? Let me play a little bit of
shit. Going to bed, going to the restroom, like let's not lie, like that's where it's gonna get most of it too.
I'm just saying, it was just a lot of fun. Like that aspect of it was so convenient and comfortable, where I could just lay down on my bed and I would play like, what was it, the Wind Waker.
Let me I love handheld. I have my 3DS. I bought fucking Dragon Quest 7. I'm playing games for you. I'm playing games with myself. I managed to somehow put 70 hours into that game while doing all that because it's on a handheld. Because I can play wherever.
Yeah. And you didn't even know how.
I didn't even know how I got 70 hours. It never feels like a handheld. Almost never feels like you're playing it for so long. Granted, maybe it's because the game is different. Fundamentally different. It's. You know what I mean? It's not like this. Oh my god, so much going on kind of thing.
And it's like you said, like you're at the park, you pull out your 3DS, play for 2 hours or an hour. You're on the bus, you're here and there. Of course, this is not gonna be like that.
No, it's not. But it's still gonna you're gonna be able to put so much more time into it without realizing.
Yeah, and again, for me, the portability aspect of it will only work when you go to like friend's house.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. Like you go to a friend's house and you all have your Switch and you guys play online together, like in a room or something.
And I hope it has a charger besides the base that you can like take on the go. That's something we didn't see.
Yeah, I have no idea. I was hoping they have like separate removable batteries that you can charge.
Maybe that too. Because what I'm thinking is, the other thing I'm worried about is they're not gonna have another Ethernet.
Okay.
The Wii U didn't have an Ethernet.
It didn't?
If I'm not mistaken, it did.
I don't remember. I mean, I have
could be 100%
wrong.
Maybe we just never plugged in the Ethernet, but I don't remember seeing it.
Okay.
Now you know what? For me, before I sound stupid.
It's like, it does have an Ethernet, idiot.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think the portability aspects don't even be like long road trips. I don't think you're just gonna see somebody walking down the street. Don't do it, please. Don't walk down the street with your Switch.
No, the Wii U does not have an Ethernet port.
Okay, and then again, the last thing would be the pricing. That's gonna be major.
I kind of expect it over 500 for some reason.
I
don't want it to be like that, but like, I don't know.
Do we know how many like gigabytes?
I'm sure they released some kind of data.
Okay, probably like 500 gigs or.
Oh, like the actual storage.
Yeah. Oh. No, you don't know.
I haven't.
I think the pricing needs to be 400 or less. If it's over 400, it's not gonna happen. I don't think it's not gonna do good.
You don't think it's gonna do good?
No.
How much do you think it has to be?
Even 400 feels like too much.
Really?
Because the Wii U was what? $199 and $250 for the 8 gigabyte and the 32 gigabyte, which is embarrassing, by the way.
Is this for real?
What does it say?
I think it says. Wait, is this for the Nintendo Switch? I think this is for something else.
Whatever. It's like
it says $200. It says $260.
Okay. When did they announce that?
I don't know. This was 2 days ago.
Rumor.
Yeah, this is okay. Sorry, this is a rumor, but
yeah.
But still, I mean, this is I don't know. I mean, they haven't really.
Okay, if that's it, it's gonna be a success. It's gonna be a success.
Yeah, because I mean, if that's the case, who's gonna buy a 3DS anymore?
Yeah, that's really gonna impact the 3DS.
But so that's the basic bundle, and then you have the Mario bundle plus a Zelda bundle for $340 with a Pro controller.
Still, that's great. That's great.
If they keep that price, yeah, I'm buying 3.
Yeah, dude. I'm telling you, 400 or less success. More than 400, it's not happening. If it's 401, it's not gonna do good. It needs to be 399.
I think it could go up to 450 and still do well.
No,
I think so.
I disagree. I completely disagree. It's for Nintendo, no way. Unless they have like Metroid, Mario, Zelda
included,
like in the launch lineup. No.
Okay.
Castlevania.
Well, I mean, I still think when I first heard of it, I thought 300 would be what they sell it for, basic bundle.
That'd be great. If they do that, that'd be great.
But I'm expecting up to like 450.
Okay. Well, the rumor says 260.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen the rumor until right now. So
yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for joining us on this week's podcast. Let us know what you guys think. Will the NX/Switch be a success?
Will you buy it? Will you take it out? Is it just gonna be a home console?
So, is this all portable? Just a bunch of BS? Like, what would this
do you want them to make a non-portable version that's more powerful?
Yeah, exactly. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. We'll see you guys later.
Peace.